Welcome back to Bike Culture Hub. If you've been waiting for Honda to bridge the gap between its lightweight dual sport offerings and its hardcore Africa Twin Adventure lineup, then 2026 just answered your prayers. Welcome to the all-new 2026 Honda CRF750L, a machine that doesn't just meet expectations, it recalibrates them. Whether you're a dirt rider wanting more touring range or an adventure tourer craving off-road credibility, this motorcycle lands right in that sweet spot where versatility meets performance, without tipping the scale into bulkiness or intimidation. And in true Honda fashion, it's all wrapped in a package that's built to last. From the moment you first lay eyes on the CRF750L, the message is clear: this is a purpose-built adventure weapon with motocross blood running through its frame. It inherits design cues from the Dakar-dominating CRF300L Rally, but the stance is taller, broader, and far more road-ready. With sharp LED lighting, an aggressive front fairing with a minimalist windscreen, and a sculpted tank that flows into the seat like a downhill trail, this bike screams rugged functionality. The red-white Rally livery with blacked-out details makes it unmistakably Honda, yet fresh for the new generation. The front fender is raised high above the 21-inch front wheel, while the rear uses an 18-inch wheel to keep the Enduro DNA alive. The long travel suspension is visible and proud. This is not a soft-roader dressed up in ADV cosplay. This is the real deal. At the heart of the CRF750L is a brand new 755 cubic centimeters parallel twin engine, tuned for linear torque and responsive delivery. This engine is derived from the same platform as the Transalp 750, but make no mistake, the CRF750L has been re-engineered with more aggressive cam timing and updated throttle mapping to deliver punchy mid-range torque, ideal for trail climbs, sandwashes, and technical backroads. With around 75 horsepower on tap and 70 Nm of torque, the power is never overwhelming, but always available. It's enough to haul you up rocky inclines and overtake with confidence on the tarmac, all while keeping things smooth and composed. Throttle-by-wire gives the rider multiple power modes: standard, off-road, gravel, and custom, each adjusting throttle response, engine braking, and traction control to suit your ride. Honda Selectable Torque Control, HSTC, has also been refined here, offering 5 levels of rear wheel slip regulation plus the option to turn it off completely for advanced riders. And yes, there's also switchable ABS, with the rear easily disabled for true off-road slides and lockups when descending dusty fire roads. Speaking of off-road readiness, let's talk suspension. The CRF750L is built around a high-strength semi-double cradle steel frame with an aluminum subframe that keeps it light and balanced. It uses Showa 43mm fully adjustable inverted front forks with 250mm of travel, and a ProLink rear shock with adjustable preload and rebound damping, offering 240mm of travel at the rear. The ground clearance is an impressive 270mm, giving you the confidence to ride over rocks, roots, and ruts without a second thought. The wheelbase is tuned for nimbleness, tight enough to pivot on single-track trails but stable enough for high-speed dirt roads. Weight-wise, Honda's kept it lean. The CRF750L tips the scales at around 200 kg wet, which is a big deal in the middleweight ADV class. That number is a result of thoughtful design, from the lightweight chassis to the compact engine and minimalist bodywork. The seat height is 880mm, but thanks to a narrow midsection, it doesn't feel intimidating, even for average-sized riders. A lower seat option is available from Honda for shorter riders or those who prefer more confidence at stops. Comfort hasn't been ignored either. The ergonomics are classic rally style: upright, neutral bars, a narrow seat for standing control, and wide foot pegs with removable rubber inserts. The cockpit features a 5-inch full-color TFT display with smartphone connectivity via Honda RoadSync, offering navigation, call management, and music. The display is vertically mounted for better visibility when standing, and it adjusts brightness automatically. There's even a USB-C charging port tucked discreetly near the bars. Braking is handled by twin 296mm front discs with dual piston calipers, and a single 240mm rear disc. The brakes are tuned more for feel and control than raw bite, perfect for those loose terrain situations where modulation is key. For tires, Honda fits the CRF750L with dual-purpose rubber from the factory, something like Dunlop Trailmax Mix Tour or Metzeler Karoo Street depending on the market. But the rims are spoked and tubeless ready, so swapping to full knobbies or 50/50s is quick work if your route demands more bite. Fuel range? You'll get plenty. The 19-liter fuel tank means you're looking at over 350 kilometers of range on average, more if you're riding gently. That's more than enough for backcountry loops or long hauls between towns. And with its fuel-efficient twin, Honda makes every drop count even at altitude or in hot conditions. The engine remains steady and predictable. Another high point is Honda's approach to reliability and serviceability. This is a bike built to go deep into the wild, and Honda knows it. The air filter is accessible from the side without removing the tank, and valve check intervals are a generous 24,000 kilometers. Oil changes are straightforward, and even the electronics are water-resistant and reinforced for off-road abuse. Crash protection is excellent out of the box. With sturdy handguards, an aluminum bashplate, and reinforced engine cases. But for those planning extended ADV tours, Honda also offers a full suite of accessories: pannier racks, tail racks, heated grips, auxiliary lights, a taller windscreen, rally foot pegs, and even a rally tower kit for those wanting a Dakar-style setup. The ride itself is where the CRF750L earns its badge of honor. On the road, it's composed and surprisingly refined. Wind protection is moderate but effective up to highway speeds. The gearing is wide, with a tall sixth gear for cruising, yet the first and second gears are short enough to handle technical terrain without constant clutch abuse. The clutch, by the way, is a slipper/assist unit, light at the lever, and forgiving on aggressive downshifts. In the dirt, the CRF750L feels more nimble than its displacement suggests. It's no lightweight 250, sure, but the balance and suspension tuning give it excellent control when standing and picking your line through rocky terrain. Riders who've tested the bike rave about its ride-anywhere character. It's not as plush as a full-on adventure tourer, and it's not as featherweight as a hardcore enduro, but it wears both hats with remarkable confidence. You can load it with soft bags and disappear into the wilderness for days, or ride it to work with the same ease. It's this dual identity that makes the CRF750L so compelling. And then there's the price. Honda has priced the 2026 CRF750L at approximately $10,999, which, for what this bike delivers, is a serious value proposition. It sits squarely between the smaller CRF300L Rally and the larger Africa Twin, but it brings features and capabilities that punch far above its class. With Honda's legendary reliability, competitive pricing, and a worldwide support network, it becomes a machine that's not just a thrill to ride, but also an easy one to own. So if you're someone who craves adventure but doesn't want to be weighed down by unnecessary gadgets, or if you're stepping up from a dual sport and want something with more grunt and legs for distance, the 2026 Honda CRF750L deserves your attention. Whether you're navigating rocky trails, carving canyon roads, or just chasing the horizon wherever it leads, the CRF750L is your faithful companion. It invites you to explore, dares you to go further, and rewards you with every twist of the throttle. Honda didn't just build a bike here, they built a partner for adventure. And that wraps up today's in-depth look at the all-new 2026 Honda CRF750L. If this machine got your heart racing like it did ours, drop a comment below and let us know what you think. Could this be the perfect middleweight ADV for your next big ride? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more deep dive reviews from Bike Culture Hub, where the road ends and the adventure begins.